Hello garden lovers! We have had a lot going on here the last couple of months. I had vertigo for over a month. That was not fun. Jet had luxated patella surgery and is recovering well, thank God. So not much has gotten done in the garden the last couple of months. But the downtime has allowed us to finally get our website up. We hope you stop by. You will find garden resources, lots of garden inspiration, and we'll be having giveaways. Our shop is still under construction. Once it's up and open, we will have garden art available for purchase, some custom garden creations, more about that very soon. And soon we will be selling our SCG hot sauce trio. If you are a chili lover, it is delicious. All right, now we'll go over our 10 February tasks we're doing here at Southern California Gardening. Chili pepper season is right around the corner, and we are growing over 50 super exciting varieties this season. We have sowed most of the varieties we're growing this year a couple of weeks ago, but we're getting more started. Our soil mixture is 50% Edna's Best and 50% compost. Our little dude is not allowed to run around yet, but he is getting lots of treats out of this. All right, cells are ready. Time to get these seeds sowed. You can't tell by the looks of it, but we have over 50 varieties here. Some seeds we harvested, and most of the seeds are from Baker Creek. They have such an outstanding selection. We have the soil packed in the cells very firm. Make some little divots, get the seeds set in, and top it off with this Jiffy mix. It's nice and light, free of any chunks that might deter the seedling from popping up that you often find in soil. But we found there's no need to fill the whole cell up with it. It could be pretty expensive that way. So we just place it right on top of the seeds. We give them a light sprinkle, making sure not to disturb the soil on top. And the first flat is ready to get on the heat mat. If you're interested in our setup for seed starting, I will attach the video in the upper right hand corner that goes into the details of the equipment that we're using. We get the light fixture placed as low as possible so that our starts aren't leggy. All right, today is the 29th. All of these guys got started on the 22nd. So here we are at day 7, and we have germination. This is one of my favorite parts. I love when the little sprouts pop out of the soil. So fastest germination goes to Southern California Gardening Sereno chili. These guys are grown right outside of our kitchen door. It's a several-year-old plant. It produces year after year. We overwinter it. They are super hot, perfect Sereno chilies. So very excited to see these guys are doing well. And this whole little bay is super crowded. So I'm glad that they're starting to sprout. They're going to get moved into our greenhouse so that we have more room, because some of those chili pepper cells back there are not directly under the light. So as I was getting all of these cells a little bit of water, I noticed we got one other little variety germinating. This is Sugar Rush by Baker Creek. Excited to try this variety out. Got a little guy popping up. Super excited. Over the next few days, all these guys are going to be popping up. Lots of green going to be showing very soon. And once they have germinated, they get moved into the greenhouse where they'll stay warm and cozy until they are ready to transplant into their permanent growing locations. We're super excited about these two chili plants. They're hatch chilies from the grocery store. We harvested the seeds, and here they are 5 months later. They're the thicker wall green chilies, which peel much easier when roasted. We prefer these over the Anaheim chilies, and we'll be growing these only from now on. These mature chili plants that are growing in the greenhouse are going to get moved out to make room for more baby chili plants, baby tomato plants, and all the other baby starts that need protected until the warmer temperatures come in. Other seeds we're sowing now are, of course, tomato seeds. Tomato plants grow quicker than chili plants, so we start our tomatoes after our chilies and after we make room in the greenhouse. We're also starting some endive. We'll get some more lettuce started. The lettuce heads are growing excellent this time of year, but we do have some varieties that do okay in the hot summer months. We're starting more onions, lots of different types, from bunching onions to short day and intermediate day varieties. Starting more peas, kohlrabi, more tree collards, some herbs, arugula, and Ford Hook Swiss chard. I almost forgot to mention spinach. We're going to start more Bloomsdale spinach. This variety says it does better in hot weather than most. We would normally succession plant more mustard greens, but we had an exciting surprise this winter. This is an area where we had a mustard green plant go to seed last year, the red giant, and this year lots of baby volunteers popped up. So we're good with mustards for the season. This area will be self-seeded cilantro. We will let it go to seed over and over, and it will give us cilantro year-round. We are preparing growing areas that are not prepped yet with a 50-50 mix of bumper crop compost and Edna's Best. Since we are growing no dig for most of our growing areas, we add a 4-inch layer on top of all of our raised beds. As the soil gets watered, the nutrients are going to seep through down to the rest of the soil and feed the microbial life. Plus, we will do a few compost tea waterings throughout the growing season. This bed was prepped a couple of months ago, and the food is growing excellent. We have a few beautiful poppy varieties that we are sowing this month. Poppy seeds need to go through the natural freeze and thaw cycles to germinate. So we have some perfect timing because this Saturday is going to get down to the low 30s. We have the golden poppies, also known as the California poppies, just popping up all around our landscape. But this beauty bloomed a few weeks ago. It is so fun to have this beautiful eye-popping color out in the garden already. It's hard to see the label, it's faded, but this is the Bordeaux anemone. We're going to start sowing seeds of our warm season annual flowers. At the end of each season, we go around to our favorites, snap a picture, collect some seeds, and pack it away. Many of our flowers around the garden will pop up on their own from the seeds that dropped from last season. And we pick up some new varieties to try. This little container has seeds from one of the most beautiful cosmos called Fizzy. Also, for a list of all the flowers we grow, go to our webpage and look for Is It Flowers That You Love? We go dahlia and zinnia crazy here, and here are some very beautiful varieties. We love these botanical interests flower mixes. We get a little flat like this, fill it up with some soil and a little bit of compost, sprinkle the seeds, cover them up lightly with some soil. There are so many great blends. In the past, we've also sprinkled a few seeds around the garden, but beware and make sure you cover it up with a little bit of soil, otherwise the birdies are going to go after them. We just pre-ordered our seed potatoes from Territorial Seeds. Looking forward to trying the Purple Majesty, rich in antioxidants. And we love Magic Molly from Urban Farmer, another incredible purple variety that we grow each year now. January and February are months where we can get some freezing temperatures, and we have found these great frost jackets that slip right over plants that need protected, like plumerias. We have our baby avocado plant covered this year. Unfortunately, there was a gopher living under the young avocado tree and it destroyed the root system. Here is an image of another avocado tree that we bought at the same time. You can see there is a dramatic difference, but we are doing all we can to make sure that this little guy survives. This bed we got covered with a frost cloth, and here's an example of what happens if we don't get it covered. You can see the head is beautiful, huge head of lettuce, but off to the side here, you could see the burn. It looks like the frost cloth was not covering this part of the lettuce head and the leaves were exposed. Now is the time to get fruit trees planted. We have a great nursery near us called Parkview Nursery that has excellent prices on bare root fruit trees. Excited to be adding this Asian pear tree. That puts us at about 25 fruit trees. This place is going to be looking like a food forest in a couple years. We added a bunch of Edna's Best soil. It has beneficial microbes that will add some life to the freshly dug hole. We made sure that the joint at the rootstock is above the soil level. We packed the soil down to remove air pockets and gave it a nice soaking. And this month we are feeding, fertilizing our artichokes, fruit trees, and berry bushes. You can see here this artichoke is in desperate need of some nutrients. And for contrast, we'll take a look at this artichoke plant. It's doing great. It's growing in a section where we added a bunch of our homemade compost. So it's very healthy. And once we get our other artichoke plant some nutrients, it's going to do great as well. And lastly, we are planting another round of cool season veggies. There are very few veggies that we direct sow due to all the pest activity going on here. We got grubs in the soil, we got pill bugs that come out at night, so we transplant more mature plants. Here we have kale, more lettuce, more broccoli, spinach, beets, red cabbage, and some pak choi. Yummy. Alright, that's it for now. For more videos on growing food in Southern California, hit the subscribe button. And remember, Something doesn't come from nothing. I hope you guys enjoy your week and enjoy your garden.